All right, it's Ron Goodall, FightHype.com. I'm here with my man, Mr. Mayweather CEO himself, Leonard Ellerby. How's it going?
What's up, my man Ron? You the man.
I appreciate it. First and foremost, the news of Kyron Davis and Elijah Garcia. It's like a bittersweet kind of thing.
Yes, it is, because again, I have a relationship with Steve and with Kai. Again, it's unfortunate Garcia fell out, but with that happening, it created an opportunity for, my young, exciting fighter at Mayweather Promotions. A big opportunity for him to open the show on the prelim on free TV, and you don't have to have a subscription. It's an amazing opportunity, because anytime that something like this falls in your lap, it's like you stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. And again, he'll roll right into that. It's going to be business as usual for him. He's fighting Leo Santa Cruz's fighter. He's 7-0.
Yeah.
And Kamel's 2-0. This is a nice little test. But the fans have been everywhere excited about the development that Kamel has made thus far. So with this kind of opportunity, he's ready to show up and show out, and I'm really, really excited for him.
With the card starting out with Cormel and the main event ending with, Tim Tszyu and Fundora, can't help to ask a little bit of the business side of, like, obviously Crawford has been eyeing the winner, and Errol Spence is making a trip out here to Vegas, and
I saw that.
So I guess maybe on a kind of like a business position, like who would more likely get the fight between Errol and Crawford?
Who will get the fight?
Between the winner, I guess.
Errol Spence.
Okay.
And there's no knock on Crawford, but Errol Spence he's family. He has a relationship with the PBC and has had a relationship a number of years, and if I'm not mistaken, let me start with Terence Crawford is a beast. But I think he's let it be known that he's a free agent and he's not with the PBC, so kind of how that goes. It's like.
So I guess I have to ask, like, the follow-up question is, when it comes to the two guys, and Terence was the one that beat Spence, and the loyalty, the business sense, and and even if people can go and nitpick on maybe the business of who may sell more, or the potential of selling the fight bigger, would it still be Errol Spence, or would Terence Crawford eclipse?
Only in my opinion.
Yes,
it's only in my opinion, because I just happen to know the numbers, and I know the business that all these fighters who have fought on pay-per-view and with their live gates looked at. I know that. I know that. Errol Spence against the winner of that fight is a bigger fight.
Even with Terence beating Spence and being the undisputed.
A lot of times don't really have nothing to do with that, and it's no disrespect to anybody. It's just sometimes how the business is.
Do you think the fans will feel like, because the business, it shows that and then it's an opinion based, right? Or
sure.
That Spence would probably get the fight for being with the PBC and things like that. Would the fans be a little upset that maybe the one who...
What fans?
The fans, who watch the sport and say, hey, Crawford won. He should... The more legacy-defining fight.
The fans on Twitter?
In general.
Okay, boxing fans is different from the fans on Twitter. And that's where I kind of run into situations with people on Twitter, the Twitter managers and the Twitter promoters. They don't know the first thing about a fucking big fight. And I'm not talking about that fight.
Correct.
I'm just saying in general, because I've heard conversation. This fight is a big fight. No, it's not. What's considered a big fight? You have boxing stars and you have superstars. Okay? There's a big difference. You have a lot of boxing stars. All these guys are boxing stars. But a superstar and then being a crossover mainstream guy, that's like at the highest level, and it's like that's at the pinnacle. And it's not guys running around here with the ability to do that, because that's a process. That is a process. It's like, yeah, it's a process from being a boxing star to being a household name. That's kind of really to sum it up. To become a household name, that shit is damn near impossible. But if you've been there before, you know what it looks like and what it feels like. But everybody kind of thinks, and again, I'm not talking no specific fighters, but when it just comes down to the business, it's different. And I understand the fans get frustrated. Y'all don't want to do this. It's not, it don't come down to that. The business is what it is. The numbers will never, ever lie. The people will. The numbers won't lie. I guarantee you they won't. They won't change.
With the whole free agent of Terence, if Terence wanted to come back and do like a PBC deal, is that what he would need to do, I guess?
I can't speak for Terence Crawford. He has his own representation. Terence is a very smart guy. He has great representation. He just come off of a huge fight with Errol Spence that did very good business. He has a good team. So they would be able to answer that question better. And he's a phenomenal fighter. I can just tell you about the relationship over here with like somebody like Errol Spence.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's on speed dial with Al. He's on speed dial with him.
How does a fighter who comes off a big fight loss but still able to maintain that, I guess in this sense, bigger business than the winner?
A lot of times people don't really understand what the business is. Is that Errol lost the fight. Okay, a lot of fighters lost the fight. Okay, he lost to the better man on that particular night, who's a phenomenal fighter, in Terence Crawford. Many people think he's the best fighter in the world. Just about everybody will co-sign with that, coming off a tremendous performance. But sometimes the performance is different from the business. And it's no knock on this person or that person, but sometimes it's different. So you have to go back and evaluate that and look. I just happen to have access to the information. And again, if Errol Spence wants that opportunity, he's going to pick up the phone and talk to his guy.
Got it.